I just created the greatest UFC card of all time. I'm starting with the opener and building up to the main event. For the first fight on the card, we're going to go with a new and upcoming fighter versus Donald Trump's favorite guy. We're going Bo Nickal versus Colby Covington. Now, do I think Bo Nickal's at a point in his career where he should be fighting Colby Covington? Absolutely not. But this is a special fight card. There's a few interesting things about this fight. If you're like me and you do like grappling, it'll be interesting to see if Bo Nickal can take Colby Covington down or if Colby Covington can take Bo Nickal down. Now, if you're not a grappler like me, this fight will still be awesome because usually when two grapplers match up, they don't take each other down and they just stand and bang. Just like when Colby Covington met Kamaru Usman and had one of the greatest fights ever in their first fight. This fight will also be super cool because they have bad blood. In the RAF event, Colby Covington was talking so much crap about Bo Nickal. He was saying that he doesn't deserve to speak the way he does. He hasn't been at the upper echelon of the sport. He got beat by a Dutch kickboxer. All these things about him, and he thinks that he's not worth anything. So there's already bad blood between the two. Lastly, the coolest reason to have this fight is because it's at the White House and these are two die-hard Americans. This fight is the only fight on the card that will not be for a championship. Stay tuned for the rest of the fight card because you're not going to believe who I have for the co and main events. For the next fight we have Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Pereira 2 for the bantamweight belt. This fight is great because everyone loves Sean O'Malley. He's an American and he's already beaten Pereira, who's now the champion. This fight was phenomenal the first time, and it's guaranteed to be phenomenal the second time. In this fight, I don't think there's any way it's going to decision. I think this fight has to end by a knockout or a TKO. Pereira absolutely has the ability to put Sean O'Malley away, and Sean O'Malley absolutely has the ability to put Pereira away. I do think this fight looks a little bit different than their first one because I do think Pereira has improved a lot, and Sean O'Malley has probably regressed a little bit. I just don't know if there's a man alive that's beating Pereira right now. But Sugar at the White House is something we all need to see. For our next fight, this one's a little out there, but hear me out. This fight is a fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Jiri Prochazka. In this situation, Alex Pereira is going to be vacating his belt and moving up. So Jiri Prochazka and Khamzat Chimaev are going to be fighting for the vacant championship. This is awesome because Jiri Prochazka is everyone's favorite fighter. He's one of the most fun fighters to watch in all of UFC. My favorite thing people say about Jiri Prochazka is Mike Tyson always says that everyone has a plan until they get punched in the head. Well, Jiri Prochazka doesn't have a plan until he gets punched in the head. And that's really true. He is a specimen of a human being, and I know that on paper, he gets picked up and slammed by Khamzat and held there the whole round, if not submitted. But Jiri Prochazka has some special aura about him that I think he might be able to pull off a victory against Khamzat in one of the most crazy performances of the night. This is the perfect fight to be in the middle of the card to bring people's energy back up. This is also one of the most interesting fights the UFC can make. Khamzat Chimaev is one of the UFC's biggest rising stars right now. Every single fight Jiri Prochazka is in is one of the most interesting fights I've ever seen. He has fights where he comes back from a 5th round war and he wins off a choke in the end. He has his fight recently with Khalil Roundtree where he just loses the first 2 rounds and then hits God mode out of nowhere. I think it's possible he gets beat up by Khamzat for 4 rounds in this fight and then comes back and beats him some crazy way. In my opinion, this fight will be the fight of the night. These last 3 fights, we really amp it up to maybe the best fights ever made. For the next fight, we've got Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. This fight is going to be at 170 pounds. Ilia Topuria is vacating his belt and he's challenging Islam for the belt at 170. This fight will be one of the most interesting fights we've ever seen in all of UFC. There's not a fan of the UFC that doesn't want to see this fight. Whether you hate the Dagestans and hope Ilia knocks him out, or you hate Ilia for knocking out all your favorite legends and hope Islam submits him, this fight is going to be phenomenal. Right now, Ilia is riding one of the best win streaks of all time, and Islam just came off one of possibly the best victories of all time against Jack Della Maddalena. These two are without a doubt the absolute 2 best in the world at this moment, if not the GOATs of all time. The only way Islam Makhachev has ever lost a fight in his entire career is by getting flash knocked out. He got knocked out really fast and wasn't able to do anything about it, and that might be the only way to finish him. And Ilia Topuria has that power in his hands. And Islam Makhachev might be the only man that I think in the world could beat Ilia Topuria. He's so big, he's so strong, he's so technical with his wrestling. I think he might be able to take Ilia Topuria down and submit him. We haven't even got to see Ilia Topuria's grappling at the highest level yet. He hasn't even needed to use it. Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev is one of the most interesting fights of all time, and I don't know if we're going to get it, but I hope we do. These are 2 of the biggest stars the sport has. Next, we've got our co and main event. I have a problem picking which one to put in the main event. So you could switch the co to the main or the main to the co, doesn't really matter. For the co-main event, we've got possibly my favorite fight on the card. For the lightweight belt, we've got Justin Gaethje versus Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor's infamous return to the sport. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Conor should absolutely not get this fight. He doesn't deserve it. He's not worthy. I think if we're ever going to get old Conor back, it's only going to be for this very next fight he has. He's getting older, and he's not going to be the same anymore. But he's been talking to the media that he's going to be 100% Conor McGregor. And I believe that he's truly had a spiritual change that's going to bring him back to his old self, at least for one fight. And if you match up prime Conor McGregor versus Justin Gaethje, It's a close fight. Now, who knows if Conor's really going to be 100% his old self or not, but we do know that Justin Gaethje is going to be 100% himself, and Justin Gaethje has never had a boring fight. This will probably be the most exciting fight on the card and the most dangerous fight on the card. And Conor McGregor does have that one-punch KO power, and he could absolutely put Gaethje out. Conor has incredible footwork, he has incredible distance management, and he has incredible timing. If he's able to keep the distance and not get low kicked, I think Conor honestly has a good chance in this fight. If he has the speed of old, he might have a chance. But man, you can never count Justin Gaethje out. He's a specimen of an athlete. He's an All-American wrestler, and he has the densest bones you've ever seen. This fight can only go two ways. Either Conor McGregor starches him, knocks him out, or Justin Gaethje whoops his butt over a couple rounds and TKOs him. Either way, this fight is going to be phenomenal. Either we get Conor McGregor back at the top, or Justin Gaethje becomes the most popular fighter in the UFC. There will be no wrestling in this fight, no jiu-jitsu, stand and bang for these boys. All action the entire time. And for the last and final fight, you probably saw it coming. Let me break down this scenario for you. Tom Aspinall, out for years, injured eye. Very terrible, very sad. Don't wish that upon him. I hope it doesn't happen. Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira for the vacant heavyweight belt. This is possibly the biggest fight the UFC could ever have. Jon Jones, the greatest of all time, versus possibly the first triple champ. From a legacy perspective, this fight has the biggest impact of the entire card. This fight is not only for the heavyweight championship of the world, but it's also possibly for the greatest of all time. If Alex Pereira wins 3 belts in 3 different weight classes, it's going to be really hard to say he's not the greatest of all time, especially if he beats Jon Jones to do it. And Jon Jones, if he's able to beat Alex Pereira, he will forever be cemented as the greatest of all time. No questions asked. Alex Pereira is the most dangerous fight that Jon Jones can have. He has that one-punch knockout power that could just KO Jon Jones. That's the one and only way I think he could ever lose in his career, just getting one punch KO'd. And Alex Pereira absolutely has the chance to do that. I have no idea what will happen in this fight, but I know it's going to be electrifying from start to finish. This fight could go a lot of ways, but Jon Jones' keys to winning this fight are getting takedowns, hitting elbows on top, and being the more aggressive fighter. Alex Pereira's way to win is to not get taken down, keep his distance, and land those crazy hooks that he throws. I think it is a real possibility that Jon Jones could take down Alex Pereira and submit him, but I also think that Alex Pereira is just a special human being. Like Yuri Prochazka said, he has some spiritual thing about him that he does before his fights that makes him special and not able to lose. When he went out there that second time versus Ankalaev, he was on a different level. He was on a different plane of reality. That Alex Pereira could have beat anyone in the world. Alex Pereira is really a special fighter, but so is Jon Jones, you know. Khabib's father said that Jon Jones fighting was a gift from God. If Jon Jones loses this fight, he's probably not going to be considered the greatest of all time anymore. If Alex Pereira loses, it's going to say that he didn't fight anybody good his whole career. But whoever wins will be considered the GOAT of the UFC. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know down below who you guys want to see fighting at the White House.